Well, Jen, this is so exciting to be here with you in Seattle. Let me ask you a question. What first attracted you to the agency?
There's so many things. I would say energy, just watching. You could feel it almost leap out at you. Whether it's social media or anything else, you feel the energy. Marketing is kind of my thing, and I take a lot of pride in how I'm represented, my company is represented, the people I associate with. I was feeling frustrated in my own space, recreating things over and over for my own marketing and branding, and why am I spending so much time on this? And I started to realize I wasn't proud of how I was represented, and I didn't have an identity or a voice that I felt echoed mine. And then it's actually my husband, because I kept saying, oh, look at what the agency's doing, look what they're doing. And he's like, Jen, you say that all the time. If that's how you feel, maybe that's where you should be.
Right.
And I think I called.
As you know, marketing is one of my biggest passions. And I really do believe in being creative and being innovative and taking risks in marketing, right? I don't believe that you can do extraordinary things without taking risks. And one of the things that we always look at, we look at our kids, right? And we look at the way that they behave and what they're looking at and all of that stuff. And so when we're thinking about how to market, we're thinking about how to market and to communicate, right? Because marketing is all about communicating and communicate with what that next generation. And if we can figure out how to do that, then we can continue to be on the forefront and on the innovation part of the marketing play.
That's incredible, because you look at the biggest pool of buyers and homeowners coming down the pipeline. Everybody talks all the time about the millennials, and the younger generation, but still you'll see marketing from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
A lot of brands, and that does not attract that tribe.
Right. And it just becomes kind of like, your parents' agencies, old world, type of thing. And there's just nothing new to it. And there's nothing exciting about it, right? There's enough. Let's move on to some exciting stuff and create some great things.
Awesome.
One of the other things that's really important ethos about what the agency does, and I think that, you being from Seattle, and kind of like the ethos of Seattle is giving back and philanthropy, right? And I can tell you that from the agency's perspective, the Give Back program is one of the most important programs that we have. It's a social responsibility of all of us to be giving back, and it's something that makes me just, so proud of the agency. Everybody, we have 100% participation in giving back. We primarily work with Give Back Homes, and we basically are just looking at building homes for the needy. And every time we make a sale, we always, make a donation. Seattle, in terms of where it's come from, it's kind of the backbone of Seattle.
It is,
yeah.
Seattle, just as a whole, giving back and contributing back to our community is in our DNA. It's who we are. And so I love that, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
Well, that's exciting. I can't wait to build our first home as the agency here in Seattle.
Me too.
That'll be amazing. Can't wait to do that. Lastly, one of the other things that's really important pillar about the agency is about doing more with less, right? And it's about having real quality people, which is what personally attracted me to you. And when I started to ask people about you and your reputation, I cannot tell you how wonderful feedback I was getting from everybody. It was so beautiful and it was amazing. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves with, ourselves at the agency, to be surrounded amongst amazing people, right? It's about boutique, and it's about people, and it's about us delivering amazing service. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to be partnering with you, because you are definitely the face of that.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I take it personally, who I'm associated with, and the idea that we represent quality over quantity, right? And the best of the best, and that we're here and that we all buy into a certain set of values, right? I love the agency's rules, right?
Yeah.
Number one,
no assholes.
Favorite.
Yeah. So, for us, it was always about quality over quantity. And one of the things that I wanted to do and to create a network, a global network of the best possible people. And it's not about how many people, but it's about the market share. Appreciate the global network, right? Because not only are we all over, the United States right now and continuously growing, but obviously just to your neighbor to the north, in Canada and Vancouver and Victoria and all across Canada. And now we've just opened our first office in Europe with more to come. So that network is really starting to build beautifully and fast. And want to have a network and want to participate and want to talk to different people and want to meet different people and want to market their properties on a global scale and not just in their local scale, but have the ability to also curate lifestyles for their clients, right? If they want to help a client get a vacation house in Aspen or Park City or in Turks and Caicos or Puerto Vallarta, or anything like that, and then service that vacation through amazing chefs and through an amazing curation of a lifestyle, like that's how we want to take care of our clients, through a tremendously high level of hospitality. And I think that as you start bringing in agents, you have to make sure that they have that hospitality type of background.
And I tell everybody, we're not the company for everyone. This isn't a place where, if you don't like being challenged, we're not the right company for you. People are going to find things in you that you didn't even know that you have. That's, one of my talking points when I was going through the process of thinking about launching the agency in Seattle with Jason was really kind of looking under the hood and meeting other people within the company. And I met with Rainey, who's our president, who's incredible, one of the most bright people I've ever met. I had the other opportunity, Wendy Walker, dear friend.
Amazing woman.
And now I've continued to just meet incredibly powerful women and men, people from all over the world. And that's really important to me to know that collectively we share that.
Yeah, I think in terms of like managing partners, we actually have more women than men.
Well, you're surrounded by women every day, aren't you?
Yeah.
You live in a house full of strong, independent women. You're not afraid of that in real estate. There's a lot of that kind of good old boys club mentality that still exists, and that doesn't exist here. There's a lot of powerful women in this company.
I'm very proud of our women at the agency, and we actually have a program called Women at the Agency. It's important for all of us. I am a father of 4 women, and I have a very strong wife. Everybody seems to know, and Rainey. For us to empower and to have a woman president in Rainey Hake Austin, not only is she a woman, but she's actually the most qualified person for the job.
About that, and I said, that cohesiveness of the marketing team. So while we have our, marketing manager in our own office, they are truly a part of the entire marketing team. The global meetings that we have where we all come together and we hear monthly the same information at the same time. There's no difference between a franchise like Seattle and the Beverly Hills team. We're all one.
We're all one, and I think that's one of the greatest distinctions between the way that we even treat our franchises, and I mean, you've been a part of it. I personally think that we should start changing the name. We're actually not franchise or franchisee. We're almost just like partners, independently owned partners, right? Franchisee or our partner is a part of every global meeting. We don't have separate meetings for corporate than we do with, franchisees. All of our marketing is together. We collaborate completely together, and I think that that's one of the greatest distinctions between other companies that franchise and us. And again, I actually want to change the terminology. I don't even like it. I just think it should just be, we're just independently owned partners.